Hi everybody, Alex here from Expert Forex, and in this video I invite you to come into my trading room, and what we're going to be looking at is how to change accounts that are not performing as well as they should be, and also how to change accounts that are overperforming, because they are also the dangerous ones. Okay, so I've got 3 trading rooms. This one that you see on the screen is what I call my dungeon. That's where I house about 8 to 9 computers, and they are continuously just trading on an ongoing set and forget basis. Then I've got a whole lot of VPS services with Dipgate VPS. There are some special deals for Expert Forex clients offered by Dipgate VPS, and we use about 8 of their VPS services because we put our most important accounts on their VPS service, and our more experimental ones we do in the dungeon. And then the third trading room is actually my office, which is fixed or can be a traveling office. And what I do there is I do all the administration, emails and things like that. I create videos there. I access the VPS services from there, and I also access the dungeon from there. And here you can see a picture of my office. And when I go traveling, I have a multi-screen system for my laptop. So this is what it looks like. You can have 4 screens active at the same time on your laptop. So this all just fits in, your laptop fits in there. There's one cable, and you can then use 4 monitors at the same time. So when we go traveling, we take two laptops, and we have a traveling office with us. So that's a bit of an overview of what I mean by saying come into my trading room. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is, this is the cycle that you would go through to generate fantastic robot trading results. And I'm not going to go through it in detail, but you set up a broker account, you create high quality testing data, you set up the testing, you create optimization templates, very important. You optimize the robot, you find the best settings, and I have already covered videos how to find the best settings from your optimized results. Then you create a live plan. The live plan basically is to test about 20 to 30 of the robots and to only implement the very best of them into live accounts. And then you start forward trading, and I'll show you a bit about that. And then this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to monitor the forward trading. And then from there, you select only the very best to go into live trading. That's the cycle of successful robot trading. So in this recent video, you can see it was 6 days ago, I went through the process of finding settings. So if you haven't seen this video, please go and watch it. I'm not going to repeat what goes on in that video, but we found settings, and then we put these settings into some test demo accounts. So we set up 20 test demo accounts, and now these are very special ones. They are $300 accounts, so they are aiming at a smaller account, a smaller leverage type of account. That's what we are testing here, and we are testing specifically the Tradable RSI robot, and there's a reason for that. But that's the setup, and that, if we go back to the previous slide, that's where that is. You forward trading, you set up your charts, and you activate the trading. Now this looks like a whole lot of hard work. It took me an hour to set up these 20 accounts, so it's not rocket science. It's very fast. I can show you how to do that very quick to set up a structure like this. And then I have my icons so that I can activate should the machine go down or something like that. So I have my icons on the desktop. At the same time, what I do then is I also create an FX Blue portfolio, and here is the portfolio. It has all the 20 test accounts on it, so I can actually monitor the results of each of those test accounts using FX Blue. So that's how you set up your EA testing. So let's talk about the Tradable RSI. Fantastic EA because it's so understandable. Everybody knows how to trade the RSI. You basically sell overbought and you buy oversold, and you use the ADX to filter out trends. Simple as that. And that's why I love this EA. So why are we trading the RSI, which I partially answered already? Firstly, it trades one trade at a time. Now, that is fantastic news for US traders because no FIFO problems and no hedging problems. Ideal for US. And we are now aiming at satisfying the US market 100%. Because you're only trading one trade at a time, very low open trade balances. And if we look back at the FX Blue account, you'll see that the opening balance, that the open trades are only $7 out of a $6,000 portfolio. So the carrying losses are very small. Thirdly, it's profitable. So let's look at FX Blue again. It's made $200. Now, I must stress that this is not 20 days. We've only been trading this about 8 trading days. The reason for that 20 days is they look at the oldest demo account that there is, and it might have been lying dormant until we started using it. So that statistic is a little bit misleading. We've only been trading for about 8 days. And it's produced a 4% return. I'm going to have a look at that on average over 20 accounts. So some have done a lot better, some have done a lot worse. So it can be traded on small real accounts of, let's say, $300. In fact, you can trade it on smaller accounts than that, but we're using $300 because we're going to be using this information to push into the link service where traders in future will be able to see the results on live accounts. They'll be able to trade $300 accounts, and they will be able to trade one trade at a time. Big movement from the current situation on the linked service. It can be traded with low leverage. Because it's profitable, because we're only trading one trade at a time, you don't need much leverage at all. So it can be traded on very low leverage, ideal again for the US traders. Very sound logic. I've already said it's so easy. You just sell overbought, buy oversold, and use the ADX to filter trends. Very simple logic. And it's easy to tame. So it's a simple EA. You're only worrying about the RSI and the ADX, and that's all you're worrying about. There are some other things you're worrying about, but it is simple to tame. So let's go and have a look at the portfolio and how I'm going to manage it today. Give you an idea of the things that I look for. Okay, so now I've dialed into one of my computers in the dungeon. I'm actually sitting in my admin office. I'm looking at the computer in the dungeon, and I've dialed into that. And here are the actual accounts that have been traded. And initially, when I'm doing this, my main aim is to get a feel of whether the lot sizing is either too aggressive or too small. Because you don't want accounts that will have a drawdown of more than 10%. Now 10% on a $300 account is about $30. So firstly, if I see an account that's had more than 10% drawdown in 10 days, that means the lot sizing is too big. But on the other hand, if I see an account that has income that was generated that is higher than 10%, I also worry, because then it means the lot sizing is too aggressive, because we've got to scale these accounts for the linked service. So today, that's most probably going to be my main focus. I am not going to look at the actual detail within the settings. That I'll cover in another video. But what I want to do is I want to trim this portfolio down to comply with what I've mentioned before. No excessive gains and no excessive losses. So I'm going to take them one by one, and we'll look through them. So this one is fair. It's a nice evenly balanced account. This one's too aggressive. It's made 15% return in, I don't know, 8 days. That's too much. So we'll have a look at this, and I'm going to note this one. And what we can do is we can just go and look at the settings straight away, and I'll see if I might have adjusted this already, so I must be careful of that. So the first thing I'm going to go to is the lot sizing. So we've got lot sizing of 0.2. Now I think I have already adjusted. 0.02 is not excessively excessively aggressive. Now, to find out whether that has in fact been done, let's go and look at FX Blue. So this is BB2. This stands for Black Bull account number 2, and here we are. Here we are on FX Blue, and we're going to look for BB2. So we're going to look over here. BB2, there we are. That one's the one that's too aggressive. Now notice there are no open trades, and the reason for that is that because you're trading RSI signals, there could be times when the market is going sideways that there are no signals. So that is why a lot of these accounts have got no open trades. It filters out trading times either in a too narrow market or a too trending market. That's what I like about this EA. It's great. Okay, so here are the results, and the first thing I would do is I'd go to orders, and I'd say, all right, let's look at the closed orders because there aren't any open ones, and let's have a look. Okay, so this one has been using 0.02 throughout, and the reason why it's successful is it has had a good success rate. So let's go and confirm that. Go back to overview. So it trades the pound yen. So it trades the pound yen. It has only a roughly 60% success, so not the greatest, but why it's successful is it makes more on its winning trades, $9 on its winning trades, and a loss of only 8 on its losing trades. So it's got a slightly positive return on risk, but I still don't like the fact that it's made so much money in such a short time. So what I'm going to do, let's just close this one for now. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, sorry, meneer, I am going to reduce your lot sizing. So lot sizing is initially lot sizing is the most important. As we carry on, I'll start getting involved in the actual settings. And I'm not going to go into how those original settings got in there, but that's what I'll start adjusting. But so now we've tamed this wild animal down. Let's keep on going. That one's fine. That one has lost about 5%, and let's have a look at BB4. Now the one thing I don't want to do is over manage these accounts. So it's only been going 8 weeks. It's not the end of the world. You can see it's gone all over the place, winning, losing, and then a few losses in a row. And let's see, the success rate is roughly 50%, and the average win. Oh, look how low that is. Average win is $6. The average loss is 8. So that's already a bit of a warning. There's something wrong over there. We need to fix that. So let's go and have a look at the settings. I don't want to get involved in the settings because the lot sizing appears to be fine. But let's go and see what we can do about the settings. ADX is quite it's not sensitive enough. I'm going to make that 30, so that makes it more sensitive. And then all right, that's fine. Okay, so the stop loss is 30 and the take profit is 25. That's partially causing the problem. I'm just going to reverse them. Now the losses, the profits should be higher than the losses. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the kind of fiddling that I do. It's very unscientific, it might appear to be, but it actually works. Okay, so there we are, and we can now close this one. So let's go on to the next one. So that one, I'm going to let it run for a while. It's making a loss, but I'm going to let it run for a while. Oh, okay, this one has made a small gain of about 5%. Happy with that. I'm not even going to look any further. This one, again, it trades the pound. It's made too much of a profit. Let's go and have a look at the FX Blue. So I think you're starting to get an idea of the types of things that I do. This is just high-level refining. It's not actually we'll come to the the more higher level later on. So I think this is FX. No, this is number 6. So let's go and have a look. So it is important to look at ones that overperform, because if they overperform, they could also be going the wrong way. So this one has actually generated at about 15%, which is too much. And it's, nice trade win. Now, I might be more sympathetic when the trade win percentage is high. I'm more, the average win is high, and so this one is actually on a good trend. And let's have a look at the closed orders. All right. So it did start out at 0.05. And this was then adjusted down to 2. So it's already had one adjustment. That's why I look at the closed orders, because I can't normally remember what I've done. But there I can see some, but also you can see the success rate has been pretty good. So we'll leave this one. We'll leave it, although it's producing fantastic results. We'll just leave it for now. It's only made a $10. Oops. Oh, this is one where I've used a $500 account. This is a very small loss. I'm just going to leave this one. This one also small loss. Just leave it. Small gain. Just leave it. Good gain. Oh, I can see the size is a little bit high. Let's just go and have a look. The lot sizing looks like it could be too high. Let's have a look. So what happens that in the end, you'll start finding a common lot size. Like this is 0.3 at the moment. I'm going to actually change it to 2. Give me a little bit more comfort about the ability of the lot size. You can always increase them later on, but I'm just going to do that as an initial one. It's not too much. It's almost 10%, but I think I feel comfortable with that. Oh, here's one that really does need an adjustment. A 20% return on the account balance and a 15% return on equity. Definitely the lot sizing must be too big. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just halve it for now, but still it's a little bit big. So we'll just, we could even make it 0.2. Let's make it 0.2. Okay. So we found almost an error so this will reduce the fantastic results that have been produced. Now, bear in mind that when these accounts hit the linking service, you can have a look at it and say the drawdowns are so small, I'm prepared to incur higher lot sizing. So if the sender is sending out 0.02, you can make that 0.04 if you want to, by just changing the lot size factor. So we'd rather send out conservative results, and you can adjust upwards. Okay, so we're moving on. That one's fine, small loss. Oh, another one definitely too much lots, too higher. So I'm focusing mainly on lot sizing in this little exercise, but maybe next week we'll get into the settings in more, and it's not too aggressive at all. So we'll change that to 2, but we'll have a look at FX Blue to see why this one's doing so well. It's 20% return confirmed because it hasn't got open trades. It is number BB13, and we go. So this is the type of thing that I would do maybe every 10 days or so, review the trading records. Okay, that's very good. Let's have a look at the success. What I'm looking for now is the success rate is actually pretty low, about 60%. So it is saying that the average win is $15 and the average loss is 9. So that's where the success of this particular strategy lies. So I'm not going to interfere with that. That teaches us a little bit about strategy. Okay, let's move on. Oh, now here's a problem. This one has lost $50, which is like 15%. And let's open up and see what's going on here. Aye, and the lot sizing is 0.02. And what we need to now do is go and look at FX Blue. This one is BB14. So we're going to look at FX Blue 14. So this one trades the euro yen. It has a terrible win ratio of under 40%. And its average win is below the average loss. So this is a very bad account. So we need to do something here. So let's have a look at what to do. All right, so the lot sizing is already fine. So let's go and have a look at so the initial lot is 45, that is 40, so we'll just change that around. And in fact, what we'll do is we'll say the initial lot size is 35 in future, and this one is 40. Just change the ratios a little bit, and then we say okay. So there's nothing we can do here. Now the other thing that we haven't paid attention to, and this has been traded on the 5-minute chart. Now the other thing we haven't looked at is this has been traded on the 5-minute chart. So clearly the 5-minute chart is not suitable. So we're going to go and look maybe a 1 hour. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look and change it to the 1 hour chart. Just as simple as that. That might work. Okay, so now this account has been messed up. So it's no longer worthwhile using this account. So what I do, and it's very simple, you just go open an account. There we are, Black Bull, it's searching for the server. You say yes, next. You say I want a new demo account, and you say next. And then you say, okay, I want a $300 account, and I want 150 leverage, and you say I agree, and you say next, and there's the new account, fantastic, and you say finish. So now that old account is a thing of the past. It's dead, gone, buried. We now have a new account that is now no longer trading the 5-minute but an hour. I might have to come back to that one, and it's trading slightly different settings. So we start again on this particular one. Now I just need to go to the next account because I've got a feeling the next one is related. No, it's not. Okay, let's go to the previous one. Okay, so this one that did so fantastically was being traded on the 15-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart has failed. So maybe the 1 hour is a little bit too fast, but because we could make this a 30-minute chart. So let's do that. We'll make that a 30-minute chart, and now let's see how that performs. Because the 15-minute chart has produced really good stuff, and the 5-minute, and now I'll have to just change the name of this one. Save profile. There we are. We call that now the 30-minute. So now I know what that is. Okay, let's move on. So this one's made a small loss. Not going to worry too much about that at this stage. This one's made a 10% gain, a little bit high. Let's just see what we can do about that. See if the lot sizing, we don't want lot sizing. Well, okay, the lot sizing is actually good. It's got a nice small loss and a high profit, so that's most probably. Let's go and have a look at the, this is number 16. Let's go and have a look at FX Blue. It's done well. Oh, 100% profitability. That's magnificent. And we don't know what the average loss is, but it's got 100%. So let's have a look at the closed trades. It's only done one trade. So and it's traded at 0.05, so it's already, I've already gone in and changed it to 0.02, it's only traded one trade. Now let's have a look at why that is the case. So we go in here and we see, we go in, oh, the RSI is at 12. It's very insensitive. And well, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. So that one will just leave because the lot sizing has already been adjusted downwards. This one is busy trading something and it's fine. That is also fine. That is fine. And let's see what this one says. That is also fine. All right, so that has been just an initial overview of the lot sizing in particular and the need to replace poor performing results. So you see, I just went in, canceled the old demo account and put in a new demo account. So now we have a new portfolio, and now we have a look at the overall results, and they look pretty good. Let's have a look at the portfolio. We see which ones have got the biggest drawdowns, that particular one, but I think we've adjusted that from 0.05 to 0.02, and all the rest is nicely under control. There are a few with positive drawdowns, and let's have a look at the equity balances. So that one, 14, oh, that hasn't updated yet. Let's just go and see if it's updated. Okay, there it is. The 14 is now updated, and let's search on equity again. There are the underperformers. There's only 5 underperformers. That one we've replaced. Those still can come good, and we've got our overperformers over here, which we've scaled down a little bit to be more in line with, let's say, a 5 to 10% return every 10 days or so. I've got one $500 account there. I will just leave that one for now, see how it goes. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this brief visit into my trading room. We've just looked at the RSI. We've just looked at lot sizing mainly. We've looked at replacing poor performing accounts. We've looked at downscaling extremely profitable accounts. And we can now move on to the ADX, the MACD, the martingale portfolios, and so on and so on. And I'll follow the same process from there on. Unfortunately, the martingale we can't use for US traders, but the whole emphasis is to now look for strategies that can be traded on a $300 or $500 account, and ones that can be provided into the linking service on a real account. Now, as you can see, robot trading does take a lot of effort. It takes a lot of sifting through the settings, finding those good settings, making subtle changes to the settings, and over time, like we've now learned, that 0.02 is actually a good setting for the RSI, tradable RSI on a $300 account. So we learn things from these processes. We also seen that accounts where the risk-return ratio on the stop and the target is not good, so we've changed those, and we're learning as we go along. I always say that the market teaches you the way it wants to be traded. You cannot impose your will on the market. The market is the boss. And that is what we've seen today. I'm reacting to the information that the market is supplying me. Now, as always, links to anything mentioned in this particular video will be in the description of the video, as well as in the first commentary of the video. Let me know if you want to see more of this kind of video. It is meant to be educational, but it's also highly practical. I'm using a technique that is going to generate accounts for the linking service, so it's not, and that those accounts are likely to be real accounts. So this is not just a theoretical exercise, this is a very practical exercise. So for me, Alex Deploy, cheerio. Just a reminder to join our Expert Forex community of over 30,000 Forex traders. It is free, so don't miss out on any new developments. A link is in the description of the video.